This isn't life!
It's been a maximum of 22 degrees in the southeast of England this afternoon. It is the 10th of October, 2023. I'm joined with Alex Taylor and a special guest. In fact, it is the Parkmeister General, Parky, and of course myself, Will Stanley. This isn't life. How's it going, guys?
It's okay. It's been better.
Yes, we'll have a very solemn voice on today. Something unexpected happened. I'll let Parky take it away.
Yeah, great to be here, guys. Obviously, great to see you two, but unfortunately, in bad circumstances that we meet, with the surprise demise of our good friend Joshua Wilson. My understanding is that he was allegedly caught up with those wasps that he's mentioned. A group of it was. I think they didn't say how many, but I presume it was more like an SAS thing. So there's maybe only 4 or 5. They snuck him while he was sleeping and cut his throat.
I heard they were after him actually. Yeah.
It was. I mean, that was what I allegedly heard. That they finally got their own back. They tracked his face down. So it's AI again, isn't it? It's that digital imaging. Come back together. So that's what I allegedly heard. But I think that Alex actually allegedly heard something else about how it went.
Yeah, I heard that Josh had got a promotion at work, and he was driving home to his to his child, and as he was driving home, it wasn't foggy, it wasn't even dark, but a weasel had jumped out of the bushes. Josh had swerved. They do. Yeah, I mean, Josh had swerved onto the other side of the road, and he managed to keep control and get on the other side, the right side of the road. Carried on, and in his panic, he reached for a cigarette, and as he reached for a cigarette, a puffin flew through the window and stabbed him in his eye, and he died.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Allegedly.
Again, eh? There's another soul lost that way.
I heard that he allegedly, of course, he went to one of those indoor skiing sort of, we can do the like on the bristles.
There is one in Romford, so
yeah. But he went down. He didn't take his skis with him, and he went down on just the board that you sit on, just your ass sits on it, and it came away unfortunately and left him in a rather sticky predicament downstairs. A few bristles in places that allegedly you don't want. So
I heard that because he didn't take the skis with him, and I heard that a similar version to you, Will, but I heard he used a baking tray, and it was non-stick, and he slipped straight off.
He did say it was his favourite one, didn't he?
Yeah,
I
believe.
I mean, I've known Josh for 30 years, and I have to say, out of those two, Josh skimping out on skis and using a baking tray is far more likely than him getting promoted to work. So I would say... So out of the two, I'm taking the alleged bacon tray all day long. There.
No, Josh hasn't met his demise.
I've got one more though.
Oh, have you got one more? Or maybe he has. Maybe I've missed something.
Yeah, well, allegedly, I heard that he his microphone, because when he's on the pod, sometimes it cuts out, and that was actually his microphone. Well, that wasn't actually his microphone. That was him cutting out.
He just cut out.
And he finally.
He just stopped.
Cut out for the last time. Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't just his voice that couldn't make a noise.
It just stopped. I got visions of like this. You only get like the Disney like robot films, and suddenly it can't go on anymore, and it just in the middle of a heroic moment, just sadly just comes to an end. Powers down.
Wally getting a bit of rubbish stuck in his wheel. They didn't show you on the film.
Yeah. Josh, that might be how he died. He powered down on Bell Hill, crashing into a lamp. As they open the jaws of life to the current. fucking oil and chips everywhere. I don't know what that's going on there. This is someone bombed the CEX.
Well, no, but Josh isn't dead. He will be back next week if he doesn't.
If we're gonna say he will be.
Yeah, he will be.
Dead.
Oh no, he will. Oh, he will be dead if he's not back next week. Yeah, but as long as no wasps come up and do him like an Assassin's Creed game, stop covering yourself in honey, Josh. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, and stop standing where people jump into hay bales.
Yeah.
Tall buildings.
Yeah.
Saying you let the wasps know your identity and then you let them see their faces. This is what happens to you. So,
Yeah.
that's
Like
why
last
those.
time,
They're in cahoots with the lizard men. I think that's what it is.
If anyone's ever seen Was It Four Lions, you'd know that they never got hit by wasps, and that's why.
Yeah,
Didn't let them see their faces, did they?
that's right.
So-
Shook their heads and shit.
True enough. Yeah.
Yeah, this is real, brother. But Josh was supposed to do a story this week, and because he has, he's not here, he can't be with us. Parky, you've decided to step up, and let's be honest. Last time you were here, it's a while ago now. You found out what it was like to be a verdict giver, but now it's time for you
Judge.
a judge. But now it's time for you to give your testimony, I suppose.
Yeah, your 2 cents. Yeah.
Yeah,
So, without further ado, shall we get into it?
we shall.
Absolutely.
Let's go for it. And I do you know what? As a true renegade that I am, I'm actually gonna muck about with the format here because that's what we do when you live on the edge. Outlaws don't follow the laws, and that's the kind of guy I am.
This isn't life!
This podcast is sponsored by Dubby. Dubby was formulated to give you all the energies, all the focus, with no jitters or crash.
Yeah, I mean, we are talking no sugars, no calories, no maltodextrin, and no artificial colours.
You get 30 servings in every tub, and it comes in over 8 different flavours. But you know what else is sick about them? Their merch. T-shirts, hoodies and stickers, all on their website. Go check them out now.
And when you're on the website, type in "This Isn't Life" for 10% off your whole basket total.
This isn't life!
Right, so I'm going to, like I said, muck this up a little bit, and this story is real. All right, but I'm going to go for a did they do it? All right, on the old story. So I'll read you out the title, and then you
Midsummer
can.
Murders.
So yeah, Poirot-Parky, as I'm known in some circles. So
Parky for Christie.
was it? I'm trying to think one that went with like Colonel Mustard, but it just doesn't go in there with Parky. Right, title: A mushroom cook and her killer. Family lunch that left 3 dead. What?
A mushroom cook and a killer.
A mushroom cook and her killer family lunch that left 3
right.
dead.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. I thought there was 2 people
Mushroom
there.
cook and
No, same person.
family
Right.
lunch.
No, killer family lunch. Okay. Okay. Was it killer in the sense of like, oh, dude, tubular? Like, do you know, do you know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
No.
really, dude. Oh.
yeah.
3 people are legitimately dead.
4. You forgot Josh.
Oh, that is actually how he died. We now know he's allegedly going to the 4th one. So yeah, go for the tabloid, boys. And I tell you, it's gonna, unlike the smut that you lot normally find, this is closer to an actual credible source of information.
Ah, okay. Have we? You're a fond listener, Parky. Have we had it on here before?
I don't. It's definitely been a guess. 100% been a guess. I don't think it was one. There's one that it might have been, but I would think more likely no.
Is it a broadsheet or is it actually a tabloid?
Oh, I think it might be a
High.
broadsheet. Yes, it's a borderline broadsheet, if not broadsheet.
Okay. Borderline. It's not the Guardian, is it? I mean that.
It's not the Guardian.
It's not the Guardian.
But the Guardian's a tabloid, isn't it?
No, it's a broadsheet, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
I actually
I don't know
forgot
the
I
difference,
forgot
so-
the difference.
It's hard. Now, if you don't buy papers, it's fucking difficult.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go for the Gazette.
No.
Is it online only?
Oh, is it the Telegraph?
No. You're on the right lines, though.
Okay. The Post.
Independent.
The Washington.
What's that, Will?
The Independent.
You got it. Independent.
Okay. I'm surprised you
Mental.
found this story, unless you've gone out to buy the Independent. Because every time I look at the Independent, the robbing bastards want me to subscribe when I get too far down the old website.
But I'll probably scroll down and realise it's only half the story.
Yeah, it's what normally happens. It
Not
comes
ready.
up with a pop-up. saying, "Would you like to subscribe to read the rest?"
No, I've got it. I've got it all here. It's all in full. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I was out a while ago when you mentioned this to me, and I had a little look in newspapers. Went and bought like the absolute dog shit papers of a weekend, and then I took my son with me. And then whilst he was there and I was buying stuff, he saw a little magazine that he wanted as well, and he was like, and I was like, oh, God, of course, yeah, no problem, mate. Throw it on the counter, I'll get it for you. I bought like 3 papers that come to like £4, and then he bought a Paw Patrol magazine that was like £7.50. I was like,
Yeah. Magazines are ridiculous.
I'll be honest with you.
Paper, mate, isn't it?
They
Paper, that's what does it.
For what I found from the newspapers, I nearly actually took a story out of the Paw Patrol magazine. To be honest with you, so
It's nothing but tat, is there?
I'm gonna spend the next 25 minutes talking about what Rory had done on the weekend. Right, I'll get into the story. All right, Right, so we'll go through. Right, so you'll have to be. I won't. I'll give some reading and I'll add some context in there as well because it's quite a long thing. All right.
Sounds
It was
good.
supposed to be a family meal where differences could be reconciled and future plans made for the sake of the estranged couple's children. Instead, it kicked off events that could have come straight out of a murder mystery novel or a board game Clue.
Which is Cluedo over here.
Blimey.
Or
Is
Cluedo.
Is it like that episode of The Bear?
Oh, I've not seen the
What
episode.
What
You've not
episode?
seen it in
What
in
episode?
series 2. Oh, you'd know it if you haven't even seen it, have you, Alex?
I have,
You
yeah.
told me about watching it.
No,
all of it.
actually, I'll tell you what. Yeah.
You haven't seen it, have you?
No. Listen to what I'm going to say to you. Because I have some interesting things here about the bear that I'd like to just discuss before we go any further.
Oh,
I finished the bear today. It's taken me a while, I know. Has taken me a while to watch. But I finished it today. There is an episode in season 1 that I didn't realise till about 5 minutes before the end. It is all done in one take. Now that is probably the best cinema or TV or filming, directing that I have ever seen.
how do you know it's done in all in one take?
Because you can tell. And I looked at it and I was like, I think that was all done in one take. Googled it and it is.
Really? What one is
Yeah.
it? What happens in it?
It's the one where, without giving too much away, where they're all going mad in the kitchen and Richie
Right.
gets a knife up the arse.
Oh, yeah, okay. I see it. Yeah, I see that, actually.
So- But what I want to know is what you're talking about.
chaos, the episode.
What you're talking about,
Um,
mate. What are you on
The
about?
episode where you see what happens at the Christmas,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
and everything goes fucking mental, and then she drives a car through the front door.
Yeah. Yeah.
Parky, I can't believe you haven't actually seen the bear, mate.
No, I think I've seen the episodes. I'm like 3-4 episodes into season 2.
how
I
are you
think that's
putting it off?
7.
So
Yeah, he's got loads of different like actors in it, like high class actors. There's like Jamie
Sarah
Lee
Paulson,
Curtis, is that her name?
Jamie Lee
Sarah
Curtis,
Paulson's in it.
yeah.
Yeah,
the
what's
guy
that who
from
voices
Andrew
from Big Mouth.
from Big Mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in it. The guy who plays Better Call Saul.
Yeah,
Matty
yeah.
Matheson's been in there from the start. He created it, didn't he? Matty Matheson.
He
man,
produces it. Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
believe that's big. That's big.
Mm.
To be honest with you as well, considering people actually can't visually see me and this is audio, if you've ever wondered what Parky looks like, short Matty Matheson and you're pretty much
Yeah,
you're
pretty much there.
You're pretty much there.
Yeah.
I've had that before. It's not the first time we got
You
mentioned.
should grow the moustache, man.
Yeah, go for it a bit longer.
Grow
bit longer.
that.
Anyway.
Right, we're back to our story. Right, so I'll run through this. So, 4 of the 5 people sat around the table fell gravely ill. 3 of them later dying, while the 4th left fighting for his life. The 5th, meanwhile, appeared to escape unscathed. Curiously, the very same person who prepared the cooked meal for the other 4 guests. What since emerged as a bizarre case that continues to enthrall people all across the globe, involving mushroom poisoning, a series of deaths, a tearful interview, and then reports of a past mysterious illness.
Oh, of course, yeah. Just happens to come out of the family.
So it's the one person that's done it. I can read on here, and I can give you a bit of a synopsis. I think because it's independent, unlike the other ones, they kind of go for very much detail, which is pretty unnecessarily needed on here. Essentially, what happens is a good old woman has invited her estranged family round, so she'd become divorced from her husband, and there was childcare issues. And after a bit of time, the grandparents on the father's side had obviously kind of sorted it out to meet up with this lady to try and get some childcare, or try and see the kids. They sat down to have a meal in which she made them a very wonderful beef Wellington, and in which case obviously it went absolutely crazy from that point. So
can I just ask a question here? Now, in a way, it's a serious question, but it's me taking the piss. Okay. They called her a mushroom cook, right? Now, you'd get bored of eating mushrooms, wouldn't you? If you was a fella. Can you imagine what we got for dinner? Oh, for starter, we got stuffed mushrooms, and then we've got mushroom risotto, and then we've got cream of mushroom soup. Like, can you imagine?
Yeah, like they finally have a good meal.
Yeah, beef Wellington. She's food poisoning. Killed them all.
He keeps having a go. It's like, right, honestly, if you keep doing this shit with mushrooms, I'm actually going to leave you. And she's like, okay, fine. Yeah. They had to sit down. They went through it. She was like, okay, I'm not going to do it anymore. Like it was a problem. Like it was a real problem for them. Sits down. So it's a lovely Friday night. They've got opened a nice bottle of red wine, having a nice steak. Oh dear, this is great, my love. Honestly, this is amazing. I love the way you cook the steak. Oh, what's the sauce you've got? Oh, it's mushroom sauce.
Yeah.
Bosh. Now we've got problems.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Garlic and mushroom sauce.
Yeah, they go out for dinner. He goes, oh, take a night off. Take a night off, babe. Go on. It's all right. I'll treat you out. Nice harvester, slap up meal, like. And then they get there, and she goes, oh, what are you having? Oh, I'm gonna have chicken. Oh yeah, chicken and what? Oh, just chicken and chips. Sort of fancy, just grilled chicken and chips. Oh, that's very plain. Yeah. She goes in the back of the kitchen, starts like knocking up some sautéed mushrooms, brings them to his plate. Oh, I didn't know it come with mushrooms. He says to the waitress. She goes, no. I'll stuck it on there. Oh right. I'm going to the toilet, love. Never comes back. That's what I imagine. He's eating a hot dog. He goes down old, like, I don't know, Spitful Flower Market, goes down there, he goes, oh, a bit peckish, think I'll get a hot dog from the burger van, gets a hot dog, and she goes, oh, I've got mushrooms to put on top of that. Oh, no, thank you. Don't want any of them. He's a massive drug addict. There's massive drug addicts, and all he does is he can't stand mushrooms. Can't stand them.
I'll fries, but with mushrooms on top.
Yeah.
I'll add his PTSD when he sees them and they come back to him. I'll add a bit more in when you got the deadly. It says the deadly dinner party is an under kind of an undersection. It says in the police statement obtained by ABC, Erin reportedly told investigators she had prepared a meal of beef Wellington with lots of mushrooms. I've got it in quotation marks. Erin claimed that she had purchased the dried mushrooms from an Asian grocer several months ago and button mushrooms from a local supermarket recently, using both in the dish. Yet she reportedly could not remember exactly where she had bought them, according to ABC. So she couldn't remember what Asian store, but she just knew it was an Asian store.
Several months ago?
Yeah.
So what actually killed these people? Was it that she put something in them, or the mushroom go off, or is it just...
No,
7 months old.
So here's the sinister part that kind of goes into this, is that they've obviously gone through, and then there is a mushroom in here, that is obviously that's known for being particularly kind of incredibly deadly. That is potentially used. So that's where this comes into it. So it's found. So it says in a statement obtained by the Australian Police Broadcast, she said that she was at the hospital with her children discussing the food dehydrator when her former husband asked, "Is that what you used to poison them?" So the thought that,
so
yeah, well, this is where it comes into it as well. So obviously, he's saying that she's done it on purpose for it. And then after you think, it could be a one-off and that kind of stuff. But when he goes towards the end, it come out after, on like the situation happens. This is past mystery illness. It says in yet another twist, this saga is now emerged that Erin's estranged husband also reportedly once suffered a mysterious illness after eating his wife's food. Erin and Simon Patterson separated amicably after after living apart for several years. Why is it jumping around for this bloody app?
She just can't cook.
Well,
yeah, she's that bad. She's like Nicole, mate. She's not Nicole.
yeah. As long as it goes in the air fryer, you're all right. Anything else? Oh no.
Yeah. Any extra steps?
I'll add in there. Back in 2022, Simon allegedly spent 16 days in an induced coma after being served a meal by his wife.
Jesus.
Oh, mate, you would never eat a... Yeah. Do you want dinner, love? Oh, no, sorry, I ain't got mushroom. Mushroom? Oh, yeah, okay. Do you know what I mean? Like, you just wouldn't eat it, would you? Yeah, you wouldn't eat anything that she'd cook. And, okay, go on, Parky. I need more. I need more. Yeah.
Well, basically, it says about so these are the death cap mushrooms, one to go into, yeah.
Oh.
So this is what they use. So apparently they grow at the bottom of oak trees. So this seems to be her option of choice. There's two parts to this that makes you wonder. So it says I'll read about the death caps first. It says, while toxicology reports have not conclusively proven what the three relatives died from, police have said the symptoms are consistent with death cap mushrooms. Death caps are I'm not going to bother that word. Usually grown up to around 15 centimeters across 15 centimeters tall, have greenish caps and white stems, and are commonly found near oak trees in summer and autumn. The toxins gone.
I was just wondering if little Italian plumbers nibble on them. That's what I was wondering.
They're found in little brick squares near pipes.
Yeah, just comes out the beep beep beep, like comes out the ground. Just nibbles on a mushroom, grows massive, absolutely huge. Sometimes rides on a dinosaur.
That's a different mushroom you've been eating there.
Yeah.
I can't find it back here where it says the terms in here. But see, the whole thing that obviously made it really incredibly fishy was obviously they've all died. She has lived. She claimed that they all chose the plates and she had the one that was there at the end. But every other person has been either seriously ill, like fighting for their lives, or died. Also, the kids were supposed to be at the meeting for this, and then they went. Apparently, the last minute they went home to watch a film. She then claimed as well that they had the leftover beef Wellington for dinner instead of obviously lunch. But because they don't like mushrooms, all of the mushrooms were cleared off of the beef Wellington before they ate it.
Blimey, yeah.
So
why would you turn up to your estranged family? Like, surely
no, she invited them, right?
So to cover that off.
Turn up?
Oh yeah, so they have turned up to have a meeting around child access. So they broke up, and the grandparents have not been able to see the kids. So then they basically said, right, can we finally get together? It took a while to organise. Let's sit down and discuss like how we can see them. So and then also as well, apparently came out. I saw this in a different article after. The husband, because obviously he nearly died before, was like, I'm not going if she's cooking. I'm not eating because I'm sure she tried to kill me before. And then his mum and dad and the local reverend can kick the bucket.
Wow. He even brought the reverend.
So that's it was a priest or reverend or something. That's who the other bloke was that was like seriously ill.
Jesus.
God, though, that's how he survived. He had God.
Is there more?
Did he survive, the reverend?
Do you know what? What he says, I don't actually know. I think I'm not sure
He
if he
should have
died
done.
or not, but
Or
they have definitely
God's
died.
Day.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea that God's left him in limbo there and just left him suffering. So,
Yeah. Look, I couldn't completely, turn your sentence now. So you're just gonna have to deal with being incapacitated for a little while.
that's it. Yeah, you're just gonna be left there. Was it purgatory? Didn't they call it? You just have to be left in purgatory for a little while. He's suffering. Regarding more Alex, it's kind of left, I suppose, at some points in the cliffhanger because this woman um, has not been kind of charged or anything like that. It was a few months ago. They're pulling an investigation together. Yeah, for the only other parts I can give you, there's 2 other little gems in there. One, her and her family apparently are experienced foragers, so locals have said. So that if it was by a death cap mushroom, it wouldn't be by accident. She would 100% know what one looks like.
Yeah. It seems
Um,
like it's painting a very clear picture.
yeah, she also tried to get rid of one of the humidifier or the hydration tool that was mentioned. She lied to police because she got rid of it the day after that people had eaten it, and then she lied to them about getting rid of it. And they found it in a skip. So
It's a particular sloppy piece of work there, isn't it? If you're gonna.
I mean, if you're gonna get rid of it properly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like shooting someone and then saying, "Where did you put the gun?" Oh, they'll never find it. It's in next door front garden.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Just in the post box.
I've had it in my boot with my car.
Yeah,
People are stupid, aren't they?
is it verdict time? I want to pick some stuff apart. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, can do, mate. Can do.
I would,
Okay.
by all means, pick a head. Go for it. What do you want to pick?
Well, my first thing is, why would you go to someone's house for a meeting and she's gone, "Oh, I'll cook dinner," knowing full well that your son has been put in a coma due to suspected poisoning via mushroom. And she goes, "I've made a beef Wellington." Now, if you look at a beef Wellington recipe, there's 2 ways you can do it. Well, I suppose there's 3 if you don't have mushrooms.
With or without mushrooms.
It's with or without mushrooms. Because what you do is you cook the beef and then you make like a jus of, like a mushroom jus to put on top, and then the pastry goes on.
Right.
You could do that with onion or mushroom, but traditionally it's done with mushroom. So you would, if she goes, "Oh, it's beef Wellington," you'd go, "Okay." Cut it, get served on your plate, and you have a look and you go, "There's mushroom in that. Don't think I'm going to eat it."
Yeah.
Surely.
Why is she so obsessed with mushroom? Mushroom is not like the best flavour out there.
I like a mushroom.
Garlic.
But
That's
garlic,
one thing that's
yeah.
already better.
I like a mushroom.
Ace.
To be fair, garlic isn't much good unless you're trying to kill vampires. So that might be why.
I'm sure you could put a little something on it.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah. If I read on, it actually did turn out that her parents were actually descendants of Dracula. So she's.
There we go, see?
Oh,
the right lines, definitely.
garlic would have got them quicker.
So when we started the story, Parky, you said that it's not a case of if it's life or not. It's more of a who done it or.
Or did she do it? Did she do? Yeah, that's the question you got to answer, because this is the question that they're all kind of running with: is if she did it or not? Is if she did it on purpose?
Certainly
did she try and kill him?
Towards her, doesn't it? Certainly doesn't paint her in the best light.
I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to
to
say that this is life in the sense that she definitely knew what she was doing. You don't go to an Asian guy, right, to buy mushrooms 7 months before you're going to cook a meal. I'm sorry. And if you have been to anywhere, doesn't have to be Asian, but if you go anywhere, Sainsbury's, you go to Sainsbury's and you buy some button mushrooms, right? You don't store them in your fridge for 7 months and go, "Oh, they'll be all right." It's not it's not a biscuit. Oh, it's a bit stale, but I'll eat it. It's not like that. It's a mushroom. A mushroom is going to go off. It is going to go mouldy. Okay, mushroom is fungus in the first place, but they are bad for you if they are off.
if they go off. Yeah.
say in there, it's when it says about the like the hydration element. They were obviously dehydrated, and then she claimed they'd been sitting in her cupboard for months, and then that's where the rehydration thing had come in. That's why she got rid of it, because it would have all the remnants of the mushroom in there. So she's rehydrated. So she's claiming that she's rehydrated these mushrooms. I mean, obviously, if you think she's done it, what she's done is she's gone walking around the local forest, picked up these deadly mushrooms, and then just mixed them into the normal mushrooms she's got.
Why would she dehydrate it though? What's the point in that?
You buy them dehydrated.
Yeah, you buy them dehydrated. Yeah.
So she's claiming. So she says in here that she bought them from an Asian store. It says in Melbourne. So she doesn't live in Melbourne. So she's obviously been on a trip, and she needs to separate herself. So she's using that trip as cover and saying, "I bought it from an Asian store, but I don't know where or what one." And then obviously then saying, "Oh, well, there's mushrooms that I bought 7 months ago who've been dehydrated." I thought, well, while I'm making a Wellington, why don't I use them?
Yeah.
So I mean, look, everything points towards the fact that this woman has definitely done it, right?
It certainly does.
But what I would say is, if not, somewhere out there is a little Chinese man that knew it was a good chance he was selling these killer mushrooms, and he's thinking, "Oh, what the perfect woman bought these mushrooms."
Yeah, I'm thinking it's like maybe those. I'm thinking of. I think it's Big. Is the film Big where he goes back, like he makes a wish, doesn't he?
Yeah.
From that gypsy thing.
Yeah.
And then he goes back there when he's a kid or something. It's not there. It's not there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking it's like that.
Yeah.
Go to find this mysterious Chinaman.
Yeah.
And he's
it's just
and
a
he's
tumbleweed.
Shocked, and there's nothing there. And the whole shop's just up and moved.
Yeah, there's two shops either side and a Gap and a tumbleweed.
Yeah. Or it's like a bed shop, and it says like, underneath, if you take the thing away, it's just like surrounding the outside of the words. It says like the Chinaman's shop or something. Just
it's just an outline of it.
Yeah,
you can see the Chinese symbol, the mushroom, just behind. There's like they've had to call the bed place an obscure place because it looked like one of the letters.
And they're like, they call the operator or something. We're looking for this shop, and they go, "Sorry, we don't know what you're talking about. We've got to go now. Bye." Like the ninth gate. People are following them.
Yeah.
Get out! We'll shoot out a broom. Yeah, it's either that. It's either that Chinese family have absolutely dodged a bullet, or Asian family, Chinese or not, the Asian family have dodged a bullet. Yeah. That woman has definitely killed her family.
Yeah, I just, for me, it's this is life. I'm gonna give two. I'm gonna give two answers. I think the story is life. I think the story is real, and I think that it's life in the sense that she killed them. So,
what do you mean? It's life in the sense that she killed. Oh, you think that she killed them? Is what you're saying?
Well, yeah, I'm giving two answers of this is life or this isn't life, and this is life for the story being real.
Right.
And this is life that if the story is real, then she has killed them. She died intentionally.
It's plausible. Yeah, okay. It's plausible without the fact that it's real life kind of testimony.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it sounds like a true story. Yeah. Yeah, I probably agree. I mean, as well as the fact that Parky's already kind of said that at the beginning, it's not in question. But no, I get it. It's certainly an interesting way to get rid of people, though, isn't it? If you
makes you think.
What would you do?
I always like this question.
I choose ice.
Ice. Yeah.
Yeah.
What in vanilla? As in vanilla ice, because you probably could get him for like 500 quid, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's looking for a gig these days.
Yeah. I heard he's smoking MCs like a pound of bacon, so.
That's his charge now. That's his charge. If you send him a pound of bacon, he'll do whatever you want.
Yeah, no political figures though. But yeah, I'd use ice. I would. I'd make a shiv out of ice, and then a murder weapon would melt.
I'm gonna level up that question if it's alright with you, Will, because I agree. I think like the whole like ice thing and the things like how you kill someone. But if you're gonna do it, the question would normally be, how do you do it? And I wouldn't say get away with it, because I think in modern times with DNA, you got to concede that you won't get away with it. without either scrutiny or really or prosecution. So I would say, what's your escape plan? So you say this person has to die, and I can see like I've got to get off somewhere, never see my family again. How are you doing it?
Blimey.
Can I just ask a question to your question?
Yeah.
Would I be doing this for money, or would I be the same amount of money I would have in my bank account today?
I mean, let's be honest. It's like, let's say,
just imagine if you're a mentalist, sort of thing.
It's more for like revenge. They've killed like everyone you love, so it's not you're gonna miss them because you're off somewhere. So he's driven you to that point. I'd say it's probably the cash you've got, but you've maximised it. You've got a few credit cards. You feel like I can get somewhere. So that's the plan.
Well, the best way to do it is to obviously scope out who you're going to ice, and then pick a route or a way in which that you can, or that they will be seen as missing before they're presumed dead. So that gives you time to get away to Argentina.
The Nazi.
Why Argentina? Why Argentina?
Well,
famously great for murderers to get away to be fair.
Yeah.
I think
not very friendly with us. So if you're friendly with them,
you
maybe
learn
a dual passport of half German or something.
I think if I've planned it, I'd have my go bag, wouldn't I?
Yeah, you'd have your toiletries, you'd have your
You're all prepared. You've planned this for months.
Fake passports, the lot, yeah. So I think with my go bag would be a stolen, untracked, unmarked boat, and I would do the deed, jump on the boat with my passports and whatnot.
Or would you
sail
off them in international waters?
There is that. You could dump it in the sea, but I would sail very far. I would sail very, very far away. Yeah. And then as soon as, I got approached by some sort of border control coast guard, I'd be like, "Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm just sailing across the Atlantic, just wanted some time away. Here's my passport, here's my fake ID."
And then they'll check you out and they'll realise that you're wanted for murder.
Yeah. Well, no, because it's a fake passport. I've got a new identity. I've already melted off my fingerprints on the stove, so I've got none of those.
I like the idea that you are a man in the middle of Atlantic on a pedal boat. You've got no fingerprints. Yeah. You match the description of a killer perfectly, but it can't be you because your name is John Smith.
Yeah, on my Albanian passport.
Your passport is a stick man underneath. It says, "I promise I'm him."
Yeah, it's not even a picture, it's just a drawing. Really shit drawing.
It says "cross my heart" underneath.
Yeah. That's something I think I would do. Parky, how about you?
We're on the same lines, isn't it? You got to wheels bang right. You got to get them on their normal route, so it's unsuspecting.
Yeah.
Get them on their normal route.
You're not going to be expected home for a good few hours. You've got time. You're already on the flight by then.
Yeah. Even if they live alone, like get them in like at home in their bed or something like that, and they're at home. Then they close the curtains. Yeah. Then you're off. Then
or you could do what they do on was it The Mechanic, that film?
Jason Statham
film where he makes it look like an accident. So
that's always a good way.
And makes it look like an accident. Yeah, I don't exactly know. Obviously, there'll be investigators into that as well if it is suspicious. But only if, I suppose, if it is.
Yeah, I mean, if it
does run the risk though, doesn't it? Like you want to be off. You want to be out.
To be fair though,
if you are in the firing line,
if you are going to commit something as serious as murder, following the blueprint of something like The Mechanic is a good place to start. To be fair, that is it's like a how-to to be a.
Yeah. Someone must have researched that, and maybe their family was getting a bit worried. How do you escape? How do you get away with murder?
I know.
Literally, what you must have been googling.
Yeah. I mean, anyway. I'm sticking. Pull the choke out. gonna stick with my this is life.
Yeah,
I
I
think.
probably agree with you, mate. To be honest, this is life. Do you remember we've definitely had a. It's not the weirdest one we've had. I can already think of one story. I think it might have been Josh's story. God rest his soul. But he said about a was it Brazilian woman who put poison up her. What do you call it?
Yes, yeah, to try and poison
And-
her husband.
As a way to go.
Yeah, during funny times,
Yeah.
she poisoned her own cooch, and
That's it. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So
That one.
definitely can happen. Definitely weirder shit out there. I'm sure we'll see a 5-part documentary on Netflix about this in the near future.
Oh, 100%. Parky.
Oh,
Might
definitely.
be
I've got
Mark
this. This is life, and also she's gonna get life. I put that she's down for life. She's
Yeah.
She is life.
Good to have
she's
you
life.
update, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, good. I'll keep you updated on how this goes. So,
Yeah,
but the I think this Australian woman is going down under. She's
She's
yeah,
finished,
100%. She's finished, mate. Porridge. I'm a porridge, mate.
So 3. This is life. Then she's going down to the Mushroom Kingdom.
Absolutely, yeah.
But
Yeah.
Will, something happened to you, didn't it?
Yeah, well,
Today.
I had a obscenely long journey home from uni today, but I was on the A12 driving back, and sometimes you see drivers that are obviously not particularly paying attention behind the wheel. So I was in the overtaking lane, and they were to the left of me. And they
I
were
don't normally pay
swerving all-
attention, so
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. You're already up the bank, aren't you?
yeah.
So he's swerving around like he goes right towards the centre of the road and then pulls it back suddenly. I'm like, fucking hell, what's this guy doing? He must be like busy doing something. And as I'm pulling up alongside him, I have a quick glance over, trying to see what he's watching something. He's literally watching something while he's in the cab driving. So his phone is like right by the driver's side door. So I got a good peek in. I'm pretty sure he was watching porn.
Oh,
Pretty certain.
while
So
he's
he-
driving.
Yeah, he
The
couldn't wait to
reason
get
I know
home, could
that
he?
is because I've seen that episode. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, I've seen
There's
that
a lot
video.
of flesh on that screen, is what I'm saying.
A lot of flesh. Maybe he's
But
watching
I
like
looked at,
a cooking,
I looked at his
cooking
face
video.
though. It could be something.
Well, they're
on
making
his
chef.
face, couldn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Nigella. But
Has-
I
Fair
was
enough.
looking at his face. I was looking at his face, and he looked like he was just watching it normally. Had both
couldn't have
hands on the
been.
wheel,
He
and
couldn't
he
have
just went
been.
like this every now and again, jolting with the wheel. Mate, it certainly looked like it. There's certainly a couple of
Maybe
of
he's watching,
bum cheeks
like-
on there.
Maybe he's watching a show and like Game of Thrones. That's got a lot of sex in it.
I was just about to
It
say
seemed very seedy. The quality was a bit seedy.
the
It
this
didn't look like it was like a Netflix production.
a Netflix production. I was about to say in there. This might be one of those. You know those bits when you're on a plane. I remember
Yeah.
Alex going to Florida with obviously you and your family with your kids. I was only like 16. You were like 10 years old, and I was sitting on there, and it was how many years ago it was. On the plane they had 300. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I am 16, so I'm not old enough to be watching, but certainly young enough to be very embarrassed by it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It got to 300, and there wasn't a soul around us. Not a soul in sight, and people not looking. When he got to one of the sex scenes, or one of the like the bird's tits are out on 300, it was like there was a stampede towards my chair. It was like a gathering. It was like I was on a soapbox, and I had like the answer to
They were
life.
going, oh, this is a good bit. This bit. Make sure you watch this. Make notes.
See, that's a conversation I'd like to bring up, actually. What is appropriate and what is inappropriate? Because I was flying home from Spain.
Wanking on a plane is not appropriate.
Not
Especially
inappropriate.
if you're in the toilet.
It's not approaproport.
You should
Yeah, but it's not illegal.
You should treat your seat. You should treat your seat like your bedroom.
No, look.
Like it's your bed.
I want to know what
Whatever you do
film
there, you can do on a plane.
what film is
In New Zealand.
appropriate. Because I was flying home from Spain, and while I was in Spain, I was downloading a film, and it was a film based around the Essex Boys, which was Rise of the Foot Soldier. Now, there's a lot of nudity, a lot of drugs, a lot of killing. Obviously, swearing doesn't matter because I've got my earphones in, so it's not, Yeah. Josh, God rest his soul, had said to me, you can't watch that on a plane. And I said, why? Why can I not watch that on a plane?
Yeah, you can watch it anywhere else.
Why can't I watch that on a
I
plane?
think
What
you
is
can.
appropriate? Well, I know I can if I download it. But what I'm saying is, like, you can't watch it in a plane morally. Because it's immoral to watch something like that. Would it be immoral for me to watch, say, I don't know, 50 Shades of Grey on an aeroplane? Is that immoral?
No.
If I'm sitting next to a
probably have it on
child, I understand. He could look over.
Yeah, it's just
but-
about the audience, isn't it? But even if you've got a child behind you, that's not your fault.
No, mind your own,
Especially if
isn't
you're
it?
on a long flight. Yeah.
I'm not asking him to watch it.
Get your
I'm not
feet
going
out
all.
of my chair.
Yeah, stop kicking me in the back. But what's wrong and what's right? I want your guys' opinion. What do you deem? Is it an age rating? Is 15 okay?
Well, no, because if you start putting an age rating on it, then you might as well not watch anything unless it's like Disney films.
That's what I mean. What's appropriate?
You can never know. You can never anticipate who the audience is going to be around them. So it's probably up to the parent really to keep their kid away. If they're getting too close to strangers, then
Oh yeah, I suppose
that's
that is
already
bit
a
odd.
problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think
They're asking to get nicked.
I think you watch it in the same way you watch films when you're like 15 with your parents. Like at that point, there's no real restriction on films. But if there's a sex scene, no one's moaning if you skip it.
It's awkward. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can feel
Yeah.
the awkwardness in the air.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Even now, I can feel the awkwardness in the air.
Okay. Oh no, I
Do you
feel
know
like
what I
I've
mean?
moved. I feel like I've moved past it now. I
Oh,
feel like I've
no.
moved past it now.
It
I've married
reminds
with
me
a
of,
child.
No,
So.
that's true.
Yeah.
That is
It
true.
reminds me of Russell Howard when he was on Mock the Week. And he was talking about how he watched Brokeback Mountain with his dad.
Oh.
It got to like the sex scene. I've not actually seen it, but he got to the sex scene, and his dad just turned around to him and went, "A bit slow."
Yeah, I have to admit, for everything I've just said, no dramas. I could now, not that I'd actively put it on, but if it come up, I could suffer a sex scene if I was watching film with my parents. But Brokeback Mountain with just my dad, 100% of my skipping that. Yeah,
Yeah.
with full, not even an awkward pause, just turn and say, "I'm not watching this with you."
yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even
We're both
put
on
the
same
DVD in.
page, yeah.
I wouldn't even put it in.
And let me tell you,
Yeah,
the only thing Richie,
Sorry, go on.
she's gonna say,
I was going to say, like, putting the DVD in really provocatively.
Yeah, shaking, shaking as you do it.
with like a silk kimono, and then you like kind of like strip back, like, "Oh, are you gonna like
Yeah.
this?"
Yeah, with the arse cut out.
No, I couldn't. I couldn't do it. But
No.
I think it's time to end, lads.
Yeah.
It's
yeah, been a
another
good one.
week.
I personally didn't notice a drop in quality at all. With I hardly even noticed that Josh wasn't here.
Was he not?
Was he?
Was he not here?
Well,
He's here in spirit.
Allegedly, that's allegedly what I heard. He's the one keeping time.
I heard he haunts me. He haunts me in my dreams. he's been here all along. It's a bit like The Shining. He's
What
stuck
film
here.
did he go and see?
I don't know.
It better have been a good one.
I don't know.
It better have been
But-
The Equalizer 3.
We'll have to
'Cause if
ask
he's
him.
going to go and watch something like The Ninth Gate, that pile of shit, and then recommend it to me.
We'll have to ask him. Yeah, he's not dead, but
But he will be.
he will be. He will be if he does that again.
Yeah.
But without further ado, lads, I think that is time to end. So this is
Yeah.
3 This Is Lives, wasn't it?
Yeah,
3
absolutely.
This Is Lives. Technically, it was 6, but we'll count them as 1.
Yeah.
So 3 This is Lives, and this has been This Isn't Life, and you can find everything you need to know about This Isn't Life at Twitter on. Oh no, is it X now? X at X.
X now.
You can find it on X at This Isn't Life Pod, and you can find the link tree and link to all of the content that we have: TikTok, YouTube, Shorts, and all of that good stuff. And the email address at thisisn'tlife.sub@gmail.com.
Absolutely, yeah. Send in your stories. We'd love to hear some tap from your end.
Yeah. But Parky, thank you for filling in. You done
Yeah.
tremendously. Thank you for the story.
filling in for Josh and your dad.
But I feel like we should make it up to Parky and have the whole gang here. We'll have to resurrect Josh. He might be a bit slower than usual. We might put some of his organs in the wrong place, so he's just a bit,
Yeah. a bit far away than he's.
Yeah. Yes, yes. Like, do you know what I mean? That's. I think that's how
I'm
he's
sure we
come
can
out.
conjure his spirit somehow.
Yeah, we'll contact him next week with a Ouija board.
Yeah.
Hopefully, when he comes back through, he hasn't got those headphones in, and then as he's speaking from the dead, we can actually hear him properly. Or it's just
mate. He would sound better.
We'd get better communication from the grave.
Yeah.
yeah. Finally, I can hear him.
Yeah.
But thank you for coming, Parky. But I think it's just,
Yeah,
it only does a service if he comes back soon. So please come back soon.
Yeah,
Will
get
do.
well soon, mate. Get well soon.
Oh,
Get well soon.
Yeah, well,
He's
there's obviously
here.
something wrong with him if
Parky's
he's booking...
here.
No.
I'm talking about Parky.
Josh. Oh, right. Sorry, I'm still on Josh.
when he said "get well soon," I'm thinking, what do you know that I don't?
Yeah. Parky's
Do you
one
not
make
know?
a wish. He's they've come through for him. He got to be on This Isn't Live.
I thought I'd fix it for you, mate.
Cheers, mate. That's what I had last time. I said it was my wake a wish.
It was. Yeah.
I've jinxed myself.
Well, thank you
Right.
though, and
Yeah.
I suppose that is it. So on
No
that
No problem. See you later, boys.
Bye.
Bye.
Lads, take care.